Okay, here we go. Hello world. Hello YouTube. Hello everybody. I hope I do well, because this is a passionate subject, and if I let a couple of F-bombs slip or whatever, I apologize, because some of my subscribers, they're kind of not that way. So I'm sitting here watching Wake Up 508's video about CPS took that baby, about that story about the baby that was seized dang near out of the womb of its mother, and CPS and all that stuff, and society as a whole. And he's saying that everyone's dysfunctional because of what they're being told and all that stuff, and that the family unit's being destroyed and that kind of thing. Give me a second, let me relax, because I'm really, really worked up now over this because of what I went through, and the standards and this and that these what I call tinsel people tried to put on me, and I wasn't going to have it. And some of the reasons why I did what I did with my family. Alright, here we go. I made my choice to have a parent in the home at all times, and it made me a single income family. And it was hard. But what made it harder was the prejudice against me for doing so. I mean, it was worse than racism. And because of the way I look, because of my decisions, I was judged harshly by these people. And I'm talking a lot of people, these neighbors, the teachers at the schools I sent my kids to, and all that. And they had no idea, not one of these people that judged me, that they didn't call me names, but you could see it in their faces. And over the years, I've gotten real good at reading people and, sensing how they feel about me and when I come around. And, oh God, I lost my thought. Anyway, they're all calling me losers and all this because I said, well, no, I wanted my parent in the home and all that. They looked at me like I was nuts. I mean, they really, and they even stated that. They said, what the hell did you do that for? And they judged me because I didn't have the tinsel trucks out in my driveway. I didn't have the big credit card home or the over-mortgaged home, the signed for truck, because I didn't want to, $900 a month for a truck that I don't truck nothing with. And they held it against me. I mean, they thought, man, you got to be out of your mind. And I'm like, well, what? That's not what I cared to do. Well, they didn't dig that crap. I said I wanted to be, because me, I was in the street when I was 9. My life, that kid life, never occurred with me. My parents split up, this and that, and the argument back in the 60s was instead of I want the kid, was you take the kid. So I just got pretty much, thrown out in the trash, essentially. And so I was able to, gather my own thoughts. Nobody raised me but me, so I have my own observations, and I was simply an observer, going through life, just soaking in and dealing with it. So when I raised my kids, by God, I didn't want none of that happening. I wanted a good family stead and household where my kids be raised, mom and dad. I stayed married 33 years, and by God, that wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I know how y'all feel. You're looking at that other girl, and I have too. Because everyone likes the titties, and oh man, I'd like to have that set instead of the set I got. It's hard to fight that. The animal self in us all wants to breed as whatever and go with as many, but my sentient self, my human self, said, no, you got a job to do, and by God, you'll stick with it and go do it. people thought I was nuts. They could not believe that there was someone like me that existed in the world that was that way. And then just as foreign to me was their way of life of, well, I need quads and trucks and cars and a big giant house that I can't afford, and why would someone not want to be that way? It was with them. And my appearance, I'm an American, by God, plus I earn the right to look the way I do. And they set out, I do believe, they set out to destroy me. That might be paranoid in it, but, I'd go apply for jobs that I wouldn't get. I'd, treated worse and slighted in ways that you couldn't believe. I mean, it was worse than being black. Now, black folks, just on a sidebar, right? Black folks, don't get me wrong, nothing against them. I've lived in neighborhoods, that kind of thing. There's nothing wrong with them. They're American citizens. What the hell? They can't not be black. Me, I had a choice. I could cut my hair. I could change my appearance and conform to the norms of this society as a whole. And I said, well, I don't want to do that. I have a right to be this way, and by God, that's the deal. And even in the schools, when my kids went to school, these people, it was their sworn duty to make their kids like them, not like I wanted them to be. They wanted them to be like they are. I'm like, that's not your job. Your job is teach them reading, writing, arithmetic. By God, they couldn't have none of that shit. They did everything. They gave them bad grades, no matter how good they did in school. They just tormented my kids, my oldest, until she finally, what I call Barbied up, turned into their Barbie doll image of what they like to have. And then finally, things, we'll give you an A, no matter how she did in school, no matter what she did. And every one of my 5 children went through that in the school system. And, I'm like, you assholes. Why did you do that? And what's it to you? By God, they saw this family unit, and they did not dig it. They did not like it. And they took steps to destroy it. Concerted effort. What the fuck they do that shit for, man? That pissed me off. And they did it. They didn't give me jobs that I applied for. I mean to tell you. And the way I look here, this is the normal. It isn't your houses, your trucks and cars. Y'all signed for that. Y'all did credit card things and all this. You live beyond your means. What you see in me and what I think makes them fear me and loathe me and do what they can to wipe me out and remove me from their community was because I reminded them what they were really supposed to be like. They're supposed to be like this. Well, maybe a little better, I've got to admit. But the only reason I am like this is because effort's against me. Because of the way I chose to live my life. And, boy, that scares them. They sit there and look at me going, oh, man, that's what we're supposed to be doing, not what we're doing now. And it spooks them. And the destruction of the family unit, I believe, they want to destroy it. They don't like it. And I don't know why. Now, my kids are straight up. They're 5 by 5, by God. There was a few problems, like one of my daughters, this illegal got a hold of her and just ruined her. And the only reasons I had the problems that I had with my children was because of outside influences. Outside influences wiped me out, wiped my family out, upset my wife so bad that it killed her. Upset me so bad that I've just given up. I just sit here. I'm now starting to get going. Because I got to do something, and I'm pulling my bootstraps up, trying to get back on my feet after, my wife's passing. But even now, I go out that door, and I meet with this like racism. This prejudice, terrible, bad prejudice. against me because of what their perception is. You know, they think because they look and see, and I'm not like them, and I didn't sign my life away for a truck, car, boat, plane, house, that I'm a loser. When I'm just regular. I won because I raised 5 children. I delivered 2 of those children myself. 1 in emergency and 1 at home. I'm that caliber of individual, yet I'm still living in a $1,000 trailer. Because they just didn't dig it. They didn't like it. They didn't like to see someone that's, persevered and got with the program. And society as a whole, boy, they don't like seeing it. And he also said these people that 3 and 4 marriages, going through all this, trying to chase down, you just can't do that. It's not what's done. Sorry, people, it's just not what's done. You're supposed to have kids, raise those kids, by God, good and proper. Then after that, you can run amok all you want. And let me tell you what, in 16 months, my youngest will be 18. And by God, I went right down all the way to the wire. And after I get him up and going and he's on his way, I'm going to run amok hardcore. You can bet on it if I have anything left, because it's destroyed me. I'm absolutely and utterly destroyed. My body's busted up, my mind's busted up, all because of the prejudice and the effort against me to raise my kids good and proper and to have a family that I could be proud of. I am proud of them. But man, that just bugged the shit out of these people. I mean to tell you, dirty looks, ignorant, and I'm like, and because I am one of few and they are the many, it's just like if you're the only sane one in an insane crowd of people, who's the insane one? The insane people would say you're the one that's insane because you get what I'm saying. And so he's right. Absolutely and 100% right. And then you get these CPS people coming in. They don't know a damn thing what the hell they know shit. Okay? I've had them in here with the daughter and that issue, right? It went the opposite with me. They dropped us like a hot potato. Because I said, look, I have got to get rid of this guy that's messing with my daughter. She was 15 when he started with her. They wouldn't do a shitting thing for me. They left this guy in the community, gave the man a ride home from the sheriff's office after we had this intervention encounter thing. I'm looking at the time. Right? They took my daughter to a baby farm. Right? And they gave this 22-year-old illegal that got her pregnant, they gave him a ride home. What the hell? No support for any family unit of any sort. Whatever it does to destroy you, to fracture it, to wipe it out, that's what they'll do. They care nothing. This society cares nothing for the family unit. Zero. Zero, people. They don't care. They want to bust it up. They don't want it to be cohesed. It's like that. I'm the enemy of the state for doing what I did. I ain't kidding. Every effort was thwarted. Every time I tried to further myself was quashed. Every time, no matter what. And these people did not even know me. Not one person passed my doorstep. Not one person said, yo, brother, what's up with you? Not one. So, for those 1/10 of 1% out there, yeah, I better hurry up. You're in danger. They don't like you. You better do something. You better tighten up, get squared away. You're probably already tight and already squared away. But know this, they'll do everything to destroy you, your effort, and your family. All right. Bye.